Hello people of the internets, welcome to this week's video. Today I will be doing the zombie apocalypse tag. I was tagged by the wonderful Danny Fro, whose video I will link down below in the description, so you should check her out, she's cool. Without further ado, let's get started. Question number 1. Which 3 YouTubers would you have on your team? Now, Danny, I know you said you'd have me on your team, and I was really touched by that. But then, you decided to stab me in the back and have me killed. And I really don't appreciate that, because as you know, or may have forgotten, I watch The Walking Dead. There's a lot of zombie knowledge up in this head. Why that rhymed? Wasn't expecting that. I totally didn't know it. No, I should stop. And, you know, if I was still on your team, I would have been very useful. You could have survived, but no, you had to kill me off. So Danny, no, you are not in my team. No, you're not. The 3 YouTubers I'd have in my team is 1, Fun for Louie, because, you know, you've seen him. He goes traveling all around the world and does all these crazy stunt things, and I don't know, he's really strong as well, really tall, he knows all these survival tips. It's kind of like the Bear Grylls of YouTube if you kind of do it that way. So of course he'd be on my team. It's really a no-brainer with Fun for Louie. Like, he kind of has to be there because he would just take you through that zombie apocalypse and you'd be fine. The second person I'd have on my channel would probably be Evan Edinger. The reason being, he would probably pun the zombies to death. He'd say a pun that would just be so good but so bad and they just fall. You know, they just die because they've been punned to death. I feel like he might be good. The third and final YouTuber I would have on my team would probably be iJustine, because she plays a lot of Call of Duty and I feel like she would either be really good, like she'd know all the guns and the stuff to get, or she'd panic and be really bad and then probably be the first to die. So it could go either 2 ways, but I feel with Fun for Louie on our team, no one will die because he's awesome. Question 2. The object to your left is your only weapon. How fucked are you? Well, not actually that fucked, because I had a base to my left. So this is pretty handy. It's really heavy. It's actually extremely heavy. So it'd be good for like bashing the head and knocking the skull. And also, if it didn't break within the first hit, some entertainment for the group, you know? Little base. So yeah, I'm not actually that fucked. Question 3. If you were a zombie, who would you bite? I think the most effective person to bite would be Alfie Days. Because then if I bit Alfie Days, he would bite Zoe. Zoe would bite like Louise. And then maybe Louise will bite Marcus. Marcus will bite Naomi. Then they'd bite Jill and Tanya, and then all the British YouTubers would have been bit by a zombie and become zombies. So like, it'd be a chain reaction of zombie bitings, and soon then the whole world would be one giant zombie. So it'd be pretty effective, so I'd bite Alfie Days. Question 4. What would your survival plan be? Well, if I was in America, I would go to the nearest Costco with my group, obviously, of course. I would lock the doors and we could just live in Costco. Because isn't Costco like this giant mega store of like everything where you buy in bulk? So plenty of stuff. I don't know. I've been there once, and by me being there once, I mean I passed by it in a car. If I was here though, I would probably go to the nearest place that sells weapons, maybe a sports store, because they sometimes sell like throwing knives and bows and arrows. I have a bow and arrow, and a BB gun. They would help. But I'd go to the nearest place that sells weapons and I'd buy like all the weapons. Probably not buy because it's zombie apocalypse, so I'll steal all the weapons. And then I'd store up on food and stuff. Like, it depends. If I'd known the zombie apocalypse was coming, then I'd like go down to the shops and just buy everything. And I'd lock it in my house and I'd board up the windows. I haven't really thought this fully through, But yes, that's maybe what I would do. Question 5. What would you do if your parents became zombies? I would be really upset if my parents became zombies. So I probably wouldn't have like the guts or the heart or anything to kill them, so I'd probably just maybe lock them in the hot press and board it up so they don't get out, and maybe just leave them there, or maybe even bring them out to the shed so I don't hear them all night, because I wouldn't like that at all. So yeah, I'd be pretty sad if my parents were dead. I wouldn't kill them. So yeah. Last but not least, question number 6. Do you want the zombie apocalypse to happen? I'm kind of half and half with this, because in some ways I really want it to happen because it'd be really exciting and I feel like I'd be prepared. But in other ways, I'd probably be terrified and I wouldn't know what to do, and I'd be like locked in my room and all the Wi-Fi would be gone, so I'd have no one to communicate with or talk to. Like there'd be no YouTube, no Twitter, no Facebook. I don't really use Facebook that much. But there'd be no like Tumblr. There'd be no Netflix to watch TV. I don't know what I'd do. So yeah, I want it to happen, but I don't want it to happen. So the answer is maybe. I am tagging 2 Irish YouTubers. 1, I'm tagging Clazaire, and 2, Jonathan Jolie from the Saccone Jolies. That is it for this week's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, give it a like, you know, if you like. I decided to change my background up a bit. I have now my wall of posters instead of just like my white wall on the back of my bed. So if you want me to keep this background, give it a favorite or even comment down below. It'd both be really, really helpful. But for now, I'm kind of gonna stick to this one for a while because I was getting bored of the bed. I post new videos every Saturday, so subscribe if you want to keep up to date. I hope you have an awesome day, and I will see you next week.